Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel React to Next, and in today's video I will tell you how we can create a model in React.js using Tailwind CSS. This is going to be a very effective way to show some dynamic models in your application. So let's start with the project. So what happened here, what we did previously here, we created an application with React, learn React, and inside this we are creating all the components. So if you are not aware like how we can install the React with Tailwind CSS, then check out my previous videos or go to my website reacttonext.com. There you will get an article on how we can install the React with Tailwind CSS. So let's continue with this video. Now inside the component folder, I am creating a file with name modal.jsx. Now I am generating a basic component code here with a shortcut create function arrow component export, and now you can see I have a basic component here. Let me write down something here again. This is a modal. Okay, now I will run this project, and the command is pnpm run dev. Click on this link. Now you will see this is inside the browser. So what we did previously, we created a card component. Now I'm going to remove all these things from here and will import the model here. Okay, now you can see the text. This is a model. Now I will create a card like UI, the similar card, and then we will make some background things in this, and it will look like a model. Okay, so let me add some classes here. Border, rounded, background color bg white, and padding. From all the sides I'm adding padding 16 pixel, which is p4. Now you can see it looks like this. Let me add a shadow as well, and I just manage it by managing it to the left side and the browser in the right side. Okay, shadow lg. Now you can see the shadow as well here. Okay, so one more thing, this is something what I can see here is there is a heading, and you can say just it's just a text. So here we are going to pass something from the parent. So now everything is that we will pass here to this model as the props will display here, and we have to put something to close this model. Okay, so let me add a button here. Text lg and here and times. So this is something like this, a cross icon. Let me take it to the top right corner of this card. Absolute top 0 right 0. Now you can see it is inside the top right corner. You can manage it accordingly, like I added right 2, or you can just add 3. Yeah, and cursor pointer. Now you can see when I move my cursor on this icon, it says it shows this cursor as a pointer. So this is the basic card for the model. Now I have to add a background. So I'm just wrapping this with another div. and adding a background bg black. Bg opacity we have to manage here, bg opacity 5, and height 100 px, sorry, 100 full. Okay, and width also full, and position fixed. Opacity to 1. Let me manage it like 40, 50, and this 20, 60. Okay, 60 is better. And then we will move this card in the center here by making it a flex items center justify center. Now you can see this here. Again, you can see the icon moved in the right corner of the screen. We have to move this inside this card. So I, in this wrapper of this card, I have to add a relative position. Now you can see the cross icon inside the card. I can do one more thing. The text is very large, so I have to reduce the font size for it. Text SM small. Okay, I think this was zoom, so I just let's move it. It will look something like this. And I also set a width for it 80. So width looks something like this. Okay. If you want, you can manage the height. If you, or you can just leave it this way. So this is how a model looks like in React.js. So what we did, we just created a UI using the dialog CSS, and this is the basic JSX structure. Now what we have to do, we have to pass something as the props, so that we can reuse this model, and where like is open, this will show. If the model is not open, that means if not is open, in that case we will return null, nothing. We are going to return nothing here. So from the app I am passing it as the props, so the model true, and I am also going to pass some elements and data as a children to this model, children, and using this children here, you can use it after the close icon. Oh, now it looks like this. When somebody press on the close button, it should handle an event on close. So I will use this on click event here with this close button on click here. So let's use this and add some content here or some elements here. So here inside the model, I'm adding a heading h3. This is model heading. Then some content. You can see this is the text. So this way you can use this model anywhere. Even you can just pass the elements to this model and it will work for all the contents that you want to manage with a model. So let me add some heading styles here, text bold or font bold, text LG, margin bottom 12 pixel, and you can also add some text color, text gray, like this. Okay, so this is how we can add a model. So one more thing we have to do here is we have to make a button that can open and close this model. And for this we also need to manage we all for opening and closing this model. We also need to add a state that will change once we click on the close icon, and there should be a button or some place where we can click and open this model. So for this, in the app component, I'm adding a button open model. This, let me add some classes in this. This is a busy blue 7 text white py2 px3 and rounded. Also make it in the center. Okay, the center is not working because it's a line element. Okay, now if I click on it, it should open this model, and when I click on the cross icon, it should close the model. So for this, I am managing a state open or show model, set show model, use state. This is a hook, and initially it is false. So initially the show model is false. I am passing it here. Initially the model is false. When I clicks on it, it should open the model. So on click of this button, on click, I will set the set model true. On click here, let me make it an arrow function. Okay, now when we clicks on this model, it opens this model. And one more thing that we are using, on close. On close, we will set model false. If you remember, in the model we create another prop on close that we are using here. If you hover over the model, you can see all the props. So here we are passing this as the arrow function. I am passing it. You can open the model and close it. Open and closes. For the model, we can do one more thing, because that's a fixed thing. So top should be 0. Now if you will open it, you can see it is starting from the top, and then close it, open it. This is how the model is working now. And you can also increase the jar index to the maximum level. So I added jar index 15. So it will be before all the other elements in the UI. So now you can close it, open it, close it. Now one more thing you can do from this, you can also make the overlay. This is we call overlay clickable. Like we can, once your user will click on the overlay, it should also uh, close the model. So for this, I'm using this close here, copy this and paste it here. Now if you click outside, it will also close the model. One more thing, now you can see there is an error. If you click on the model as well, it closes the model. This is because the where we have added this is covering the full area, and we are inside this, we are using this model. So we can separate the overlay with the main container. So for this, I'm adding another class here. This is something we call overlay, and inside this, I'm moving the on click event and the background classes. From the main container, I'm removing the background. Okay, now it should also cover the full area. Position fixed, top 0, width full, bottom 0. Now you can see this overlay here again. Now click on, now you can do one more thing here. You can just make cursor pointer. So it will look like it is clickable. Even if you click on the model, it does not close anything. If you click on the cross icon, it closes the model. If you click on the overlay, it closes the model. So this is how we created this structure. Let me add some comments on it. So this is the model container. This is the overlay for the model. This is the close icon for the model. Okay. So this is how we are managing the things. Here we have this, and this is the card. Now we have the card, and we have the close icon on this, and we are managing the children. This is how we create a simple and reusable model for the React.js project. So you can go through this code, or if you want, you can check out the article on my website. I will put the video URL, even the code source code URL on the article. So from there you can get it. And if you have any question and query, then don't forget to ask me in the comment.